Tonight, a KCTV5 investigation exposes service dog deception. They may look like the real thing, riding on airplanes, walking in stores, and even sitting in restaurants with their owners.
But sometimes it's all a ruse. No disability and no reason for a dog to get all access. KCTV5 investigative reporter Josh Marshall uncovers how some pet owners are disguising their dogs as service animals and getting away with it.
This is my dog, Sydney. She's not a real service dog, but she fooled everyone when we went undercover pushing the limits with a phony vest and ID badge. Wait till you see how easy it was, but first, meet someone with a real need, living with a legitimate service dog, frustrated by fakes.
I'm fine, sweetheart.
Unable to escape war memories. Retired Army First Sergeant Stephen White
I'm good.
wanted to die.
Are you good? Okay. Oh.
2-year-old Carolina is White's battle buddy.
Without her, I wouldn't be here.
Like a soldier, she's watching his back.
She'll block for me. She'll wake me up from nightmares. She reminds me to take my medication.
Unlike White's Bronze Star, certifying his heroic actions in Afghanistan, there's no universal certificate or badge validating the 500 hours of service dog training they've gone through together.
It's a huge investment, but it's worth it because without her, I couldn't go anywhere.
Here's how some pet owners are skirting the law. After searching for special websites, it took me just 7 minutes and $126 to buy an emotional service dog vest for Sydney.
When Carolina first started, she had a red vest look similar to that.
The National Service Animal Registry is one of more than 100 online vendors selling vests, certificates, and meaningless ID badges. They require no proof that an animal has been properly trained.
Okay, you don't want to do the work to be able to have a dog that you can take out in public.
Susan Hinkle runs Missouri Patriot Paws, a legitimate service dog training group, which provided lessons for White's dog, Carolina.
I actually think it's an insult to the truly disabled.
Here's the loophole some pet owners are exploiting. There's no government oversight of service dog training, and nobody checks to make sure all service dogs meet the American Disabilities Act standard. Who's holding you to that standard?
Nobody.
KCTV5 went undercover to show you how people are taking advantage of the unregulated service dog industry. Everywhere we went, Sydney had free rein, jumping, playing, tail wagging.
That's a no-no.
That kind of behavior can be a setback for real service dogs and the people who rely on them.
Stuff like that makes it harder for people like us who actually have service animals.
Despite Sydney's actions, no one questioned the authenticity of her vest, the one we bought so quickly, easily, and cheaply.
You know what it's supposed to be like and what the dog's supposed to do and not do. And you notice that, especially if they're doing what they're not supposed to do.
And you've seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Legally, there are only 2 questions you can ask to tell the difference between a life-saving service dog and an imposter. Is the dog a service animal required because of a disability? And what work or task has the dog been trained to perform? If the dog owner or handler doesn't have the answers, they aren't required access. Army veteran Garfield Pelham and his dog Axel are Missouri Patriot Paws' newest graduates. Their certificate proves it, but here's the hitch. This phony certificate pet owners are printing off the internet holds just as much weight, unless someone asks those 2 key questions.
It means a lot.
Well, it is our privilege to help you.
Thank you very much.
Service dogs Carolina and Axel gave White and Pelham their wives and lives back. To these veterans, every phony service dog undermines the hard work they've invested to regain their freedom. KCTV5 sorted through laws on both sides of the state line. Kansas lawmakers aren't stopping pet owners from faking a disability to get their dogs public access only granted to service animals. In Missouri, defrauding disability to get your dog disabled access has been illegal since 2005.
All right, and just to clarify, you bought an emotion support animal vest. That's different than a service animal, right?
That's exactly right, and we're not discrediting the people using these emotional service animal vests, but I'll continue that conversation live on Facebook in about 10 minutes to continue this conversation with you at home.
Very interesting. Josh, thank you.